Over the past couple of months, we've seen the prevalence of cybercrime and hackers disrupting critical infrastructure. I spoke with futurist and crypto expert Ian Khan about the growing popularity of cryptocurrencies and what steps governments and businesses should take to thwart future attacks, along with his upcoming documentary. Take a look. Cryptocurrencies are becoming more mainstream, but there's also an increase in cybercrime. How does cybercrime impact the future and development of cryptocurrencies?
Stephanie, thanks for having me. I think we're living in an era that's a very early evolution of cryptocurrencies. We've seen over the last 10 years that Bitcoin, this new form of digital payment, has emerged from a technology called blockchain. And now cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin are so talked about, and they're actually creating a lot of chaos and confusion. What these currencies or so-called digital assets are, they are a digital kind of transaction, a digital asset that you can hold, but created electronically. No monetary agency backs them, no government backs them, but they're held virtually across a network of different computers and which are called nodes, and each of them has a separate network. And that's what, in a very simple way, are cryptocurrencies.
What are some immediate steps businesses and even governments should take in order to prevent future cyber attacks?
So cyber attacks are becoming very predominant, and a reason for this is that cyber criminals are finding newer ways to attack organizations, networks, and so on. We've seen the emergence of malware, ransomware, and in the last few months or so, we've seen more than one ransomware attack where a company's computer systems were hacked into, and they were asked for a ransom, and that's only then the hackers would release those systems and unlock them. We saw that happen in the pipeline attack, where a few $1 million worth in cryptocurrency were asked for in ransom. And recently, in the last few weeks, a technology company was hacked, and they were asked for $70 million in Bitcoin currency. What is happening is that hackers are finding innovative ways. They're finding vulnerabilities in the firewalls of these large companies, and they're specifically precision targeting some organizations and some companies to lock them out of their own systems. This is unprecedented when it comes to cybercrime in general, and criminals have become more clever in what they do. Companies have to take more action. They have to be actively involved in preventing these in strengthening their firewalls and in preventing these attacks. I really believe that if organizations are a step ahead of cyber criminals, there is a possibility of slowing down these attacks. And I'm in no way saying that we're fully going to be able to stop them, but definitely we need to be one step ahead of cyber criminals to stop cybercrime.
You talk about how slow regulations are the main reason for hackers to be one step ahead. What would you like to see implemented?
I think what industry needs to do is take a stronger stance against cybercrime. Large tech, or big tech as they are known, are very focused on revenue generation. And I think a lot more needs to be done into preventing cybercrime and putting research money into figuring out how technology can help with that. We're going to see an advent and an expansion of artificial intelligence in preventing more cybercrime, because that's one area where technology can read a lot of data, where technology can analyze a lot of data, a lot of vulnerabilities in software, and it can help prevent those attacks. So I think a lot more research needs to be done, a lot more money needs to be put into that. I also feel that we need to come down on cyber criminals much harder than in the past, because the hacks have become so much more bigger than in the past. And it's not about stealing a few dollars, but this is about millions and trillions of dollars that are being stolen from companies. It's impacting consumers. in general. You saw that the pipeline attack stopped the gas stations from supplying demand to consumers. And so there's an effect on everything that happens because of these cyber crimes that are happening. I think governments and companies, providers need to come together to create regulation. The law must come down harder on these cyber criminals as well.
Now, you released your documentary Blockchain City in 2019, which captures the development of blockchain across the world, and you're coming out with a new film called The Bitcoin Dilemma. Tell us more about what viewers can expect.
So Blockchain City was the story of blockchain technology and how that technology is revolutionizing the world. The Bitcoin Dilemma, the new movie, is about the confusion that is happening right now in the world because of the emergence of cryptocurrencies, because of Bitcoin, why Bitcoin is trading from $30,000 to $70,000, and why experts are suggesting that, hey, this might go up to $200,000 or millions of dollars in the next few days. Is this the right thing for us to focus on? Is this something that investors are using to grow fast? Is this something for everyday consumers? There's a lot of confusion, a lot of questions that are being asked. The documentary answers a lot of those questions because the people in the documentary are experts, they are analysts, they are cyber industry experts, they are cryptocurrency experts. And so we brought together everybody to answer these critical questions that are much needed to be answered right now.
And lastly, where can our viewers go to learn more about you?
My website, iankhan.com, iankhan.com, and it has all the links to the documentaries, to our work, and all the films that you can watch.
Ian Khan, thank you so much again for your time.
You're welcome.